And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 246. Today is Monday, January 25th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish. And today's top stories: Marathon buys $150 million worth of Bitcoin with treasury reserves. Elliot's Paul Singer calls cryptocurrencies a brilliant scam. Bahrain Central Bank licenses Sharia-compliant crypto exchange. Virginia tech firm offers staff option to get paid in Bitcoin or Ether. And last but not least, Grayscale donates $1 million to Coin Center, pledges up to $1 million more in match contributions. But first, and of course, for most, go ahead and let's check out these crypto prices.
Oh, yeah. So looking at prices today, you have a mixture of, well, mostly green, but a little bit of red, but mostly green today, which is great to see. Bitcoin at $34,335 is up 6.5%. Ethereum at $1,424 is up 8.3%. Stellar at 27 cents is up 0.31%, still struggling there. Trying to flip XRP, which is at 27 cents as well, up 2.2%. Chainlink at $24 is up 0.95%. And I lost my thing right here. Hold up 1 second. And Litecoin at $148 is up 4%. And last but not least, EOS at 273 is up 0.71%. So mixture of green and red, a lot of coins in green, Doge, Tezos, some of those in red. But what we're starting to see is maybe the beginning of alt season. We've been saying it for weeks now. Bitcoin going sideways is great for altcoins. And of course, you have some new ones, Dot, Link, some of the other ones popping up. So yeah, very exciting time. I'm sure it'll be some 17-year-old who makes more money than his parents in the next 3 months. So it should be fun to see.
There we go. And it's funny you said, speaking of which, I just, it's crazy. Like all things, everybody equates the financial amount you have to how well or how expertise you are in certain things. So I've talked to many people recently, like, oh man, I know this 20-year-old, this 25-year-old, whatever. It's just not one 19-year-old who up like 40 mil, 30 mil, 50 mil on crypto. And I'm like, that's what's up. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. They're like, well, what's up? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I ain't start off with that much. What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, it's funny you said that because that is real and that has been happening. It's like teenagers are coming out. It's about to be Lambo season. Forget alt season. You know what time it is. About to be Lambo season in crypto land. But first and foremost, I want to make sure I give some shout outs. I am not going to forget to do this just in case we're muted again. But what's going on? Ross Shu, Tiffany from New York, Grand Rising, Madam Crypto, Bridget Edmonds, Ernesto Franco, Marcellus Love, Jiu-Jitsu, Crypto E, Do Dilla, PFC Wills, Brown Bujita, Clarence Dennison, Kango 26. Hello, hello, hello. I'm seeing like 4 or 5 new names. Love it. Make sure you smash that like and share. Today's top story, though. Marathon buys $150 million in Bitcoin with treasury bonds. What?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are we exchanging treasury bonds for Bitcoin now? What is going on with this story?
Hey, man. The crypto mining company Marathon, they actually jumped 7.7% in pre-market hours today, soon after it announced its purchase of over $150 million worth of Bitcoin. The surge added to their 2,800% stock rise over the past year, going from $1 to over $28 in the first week of January. That move itself was in tandem with Bitcoin's own price jump from 4,500 to 41,000. So if you're looking at Marathon stock, you look at MicroStrategy, you look at Square, every time you put Bitcoin on your treasury, the stock jumps. So if you're an investor who doesn't believe in Bitcoin, okay, don't believe in Bitcoin. But you can invest in a company that has Bitcoin on its treasury and it's almost guaranteed their stock is going to jump. And instead of waiting in cash, the company is diversifying into Bitcoin, making their purchase one of the biggest by a publicly traded company. This is great news. This is just starting. I don't know if people saw, Michael Saylor announced that there's over 1,000 companies that are using his playbook starting the first week in February. As soon as BlackRock can invest in the market, which is after January 31st, they have $7 trillion assets under management. They can start the first week of February. Just so happens to be the same week Michael Saylor is showing corporations how to buy Bitcoin. So we're talking about massive amounts of money, everybody getting rained on in the Bitcoin market. I'm pretty sure Bitcoin will be at $1 trillion market cap by the end of February or March. And this is nothing but bullish news. So shout out to Marathon.
Yeah, shout out to Marathon. Like you said, they're borrowing Sailor's book. And again, it's interesting about the time period. You said at the end of January or February 1st, he'll be able to invest. We expect to see that happening. Again, what else is coming around February 9th, the Chinese New Year, where traditionally we have seen the prices take a dip. Though with the pandemic and no one actually traveling, and Michael Saylor and the Wall Street gang saying we're coming full force in February, we might actually see the opposite happen this year. And if the opposite does happen, then you can basically throw away every chart and trend you have of TA the last 12 years going through February at least, or 11 years going up to February, because essentially it won't matter. The playbook will be restructured as we know. But again, who knows, right? February 1st to February, I would say February 1st to February 20th, because just because those buys happen instantly, maybe they're over the counter, all that, it might not be reflected.
Take some time.
But yeah, I would say between the first 2 or 3 weeks of February, if that's the call, we're going to see some type of price movement, some type of price action. It's either going up or it's going down. I don't think it's going to be sideways. So
it is not going to be sideways. I can tell you that.
It's making a decision then. All right. Elliot's Paul Singer calls cryptocurrencies a brilliant scam. Like,
oh yeah,
I love how they try to be poetic instead of just saying we missed out on it, folks. So we missed out on another big one. Instead, I'm just going to be poetic. It looks like billionaire investor Paul Singer thinks that FOMO has now trumped with it, two acronyms he used to describe the cryptocurrency market. What the hell is Paul Singer talking about?
All right. So, I had somebody actually respond to me saying that boomers must be angry at the fact that somebody like Singer, his $34 billion hedge fund, earned 12.7%, a whopping 12.7% last year, not even keeping up with inflation. So what I'm starting to see is a lot of these older money management people, they come out, they don't understand it. They say it's a scam. I had somebody respond and say, I'm sure he doesn't care. He's a billionaire. And what people don't understand is they won't care until they don't have a choice. And that's one of the things people don't understand is your 34 billion, it does not impress anybody in Bitcoin. Nobody cares. I mean, matter of fact, have fun staying poor, Elliot, Paul Singer, because one of the things you need to realize is if your money is denominated in dollars, we understand this is losing value every day. And he says cryptocurrencies will likely be described as one of the most brilliant scams in history. He says that cryptocurrencies are nothing except the marketing power of inventors, financiers, and others who love the idea of buying a black box, which is obviously empty, for the price of a Kia and dreaming that it will turn into a Mercedes. So for most cryptocurrencies, I'm gonna be honest, he is correct. That is, thousands of cryptocurrencies just trying to flip and make more Bitcoin. However, to make a broad stroke across an entire industry shows that he does not know exactly what he's talking about. And he also is coming from a point that he needs to keep his assets under management up. He needs to keep that 12%, because if it gets any lower, he's going to be looking like a child. But again, you need to understand, these people come out with stuff. Dinosaurs, they come around. We got a new dinosaur. So Paul Singer, welcome to the club, baby.
Let me give him this loud roar before I continue in on him real quick.
Hit him with that loud roar, please.
Oh, fighting to the death. Hold on.
One more time.
Oh, he said, hold on. He got two of them. I mean, kind of going along with what you said. I mean, where do we unpack? For one, he called cryptocurrencies are not just a bubble in Singer's view, but a quote fraud. All right, you're talking about a classic playbook. This is the classic Wall Street, JP Morgan, Dino of the day. What's his name? What's his name?
Jamie Dimon.
Yeah. This is the same playbook when he called Bitcoin a fraud in 2017 during the bull run. He's trying to duplicate that same thing. And I call market manipulation. United States regulators need to go after these people. You cannot be the CEO, owner of a hedge fund, $34 billion up, telling people that Bitcoin is still fake when now the government is trying to figure out ways to tax it and to recreate a CBDC. That is market manipulation in itself. So just want to put that out there when all these regulators are trying to figure out all these other things. How about you figure out the regular people on Wall Street, right? The second thing is what you already hit on, something I already hit on at the beginning of the show. This is what drives me crazy. It's like these people are so stuck in their ways. They're so happy to be dinosaurs. They rather get that 12.7% every year than to give us, like, just give me and Bitcoin Zay like give us 0.02% of what you have, and we can bring back that 34 billion in a couple years. Like, you know what I mean? We a whole stack. Give us some of those chips. So it's crazy to see that they have all these chips to play with. all these, we're investing in energy over here. We're investing in core and copper over here. We're investing in this and the other, but we don't want to give anything to an investment that went from $1,000 to $40,000 in 3 years. That's something we don't want to invest in. Nothing in that market. Again, yelling at clouds. You're supposed to be a professional, but it sounds like you're an emotional investor. And again, it's unfortunate to see that by somebody who owns a hedge fund. And all he ever will have to fall back on is, hey, I'm a billionaire, whatever. I'm a multi-billionaire. But like you said, okay, but do you know how to trade crypto? Okay, how much Bitcoin do you own? Both of those answers are none or no, nothing, then it doesn't matter. And third, last but not least, again, I don't know why we keep going back to this whole debate about Bitcoin being made up or crypto being made up and out of thin air. So was the United States dollar, people. Paper money. Have we forgot, especially for the older generations, like people here almost exploded when they were being told we would not use gold anymore, but we'll use these paper IOUs. People went crazy. I'm not using paper. I'm not using IOU. The gold is real. I can hold the gold. I can wear the gold. I can't do that with paper. So we saw this same type of debate, same type of arguments. The dollar won't last. We saw all this same thing happening already. And by and large, it doesn't matter if you're using a dollar. It doesn't matter if you're using Bitcoin, if you're using rocks, if you're using marbles. Like human capital is real. If I say I need some milk today, I'll trade you whatever I can do, my hard labor, for a couple gallons of milk. Then that's what we're going to trade off of. All of a sudden, we're not going to try to tax milk, are we? So this is crazy to the point that people keep thinking we cannot create things. Yes, we can as humans create things. Another 100 or 200 years, once Bitcoin is done being mined, we'll create the next thing too. Bitcoin won't be the last monetary system out there, people, but it is the new one. So had to be going to soapbox for that, because it's insane to see how many Wall Street professionals still, oh, this is made up. It can't be real. Look, I know some people, look, you can catch them on the street, offer them whatever, dude. You know what I mean? Like they'll make a deal with you on the spot, right? It doesn't matter. I got this paper cup. If you run around the block 2 times, the whole paper cup. So it's just crazy to see that.
Absolutely.
In other news, Bahrain's central bank licenses Sharia compliant crypto exchange.
Oh yeah,
gotta get out of
That's
hand
what I'm
clap.
talking about. Get out of hand clap, baby.
Huge news. Not only is this huge news in of itself, but it's huge news coming off of UFC 257, which is in the UAE as well. Even though that was in Abu Dhabi, Bahrain is like an hour and a half flight from Abu Dhabi. So for this news to be coming out at a time where you got ESPN and all this other stuff covering a major sporting event, that means that whole area is about to hear about this as well. So big news here, but Bahrain, Kingdom of Bahrain, based crypto exchange Coinmina acquired a major license ahead of its launch in several countries, including the UAE and Saudi Arabia. Again, Bahrain, part of that United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia. Coinmina, a soon-to-launch cryptocurrency exchange headquartered in Bahrain, has obtained a license from the Central Bank of Bahrain, or CBB. The newly acquired crypto asset services company license allows Coinmina to operate as a fully regulated crypto exchange and onshore platform. The company announced on Sunday the CBB's license ensures that Coinmina meets all the operational, technical, and security requirements set by the central bank. Now, by and large, another reason why this story is important is because Bahrain being a partner in the United States, I think we are going to be watching them very closely to see how they roll this out and how we can essentially duplicate it.
Oh yeah, and we had a story in 2018 about Bitcoin being Sharia compliant, and we knew this was coming because as soon as they came out and said, "Hey, this is Sharia compliant, this is fine, Bitcoin is cool, you don't have to worry about it going against your religious beliefs," we knew this was coming, and here we are. So Coinmina will support 5 major cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. It'll also feature over-the-counter platforms for larger transactions. And the founder actually states, as Coinmina grows, we will be providing access to additional digital assets and expanding the jurisdictions we operate in, with the view of becoming one of the leading digital asset exchanges on a global scale. So we'll see how that spreads out to other countries. But yes, if you talk about oil money and having money to buy crypto, UAE and Saudi Arabia is the place. And they have money that does not go away. If you think the Fed can print some money, these dudes literally just print their own money. As much oil as they want, as much cash as they want, they can literally print it and they can buy crypto. So this is great news. All this bullish news is coming a week after all the FUD, which again, like we said, if you sold your crypto last week when it got down to what, 29,000, if you sold it and you were like, I give up, this is too much to bear, this is why they do this. All of a sudden now, We got $150 million buy by Marathon. We got Saylor teaching 1,000 corporations. Now we got the UAE with an exchange. People, week to week, we see this. 1 week, terrible news. Next week, everybody's buying. So again, this is great news to see. And now that they're Sharia law compliant, every other country can do it as well.
I'm gonna preface this joke with, I'm spiritual or whatever. I'm with it, but I still got to say the joke. I wonder how this works. Are they like, Allah said we use Bitcoin, y'all?
Like, what's the price with the 20K?
Is that 42?
In a dream.
Okay. Like, how does that? Hey, we're flying. We can do this one. All right, like, this is crazy. I love it. Whatever.
Everybody hearing voices. All of a sudden, the Bitcoin voices.
I know I shouldn't have got you started. I don't know why I did it. Let's see. What's going on, Kango 26? Clarence didn't say, and crypto is as high as an elephant's eye. I like that. I never heard that one. I'm gonna duplicate that and say giraffe's eye. I forgot. We're gonna go back to the comments. I've been seeing some great comments in the comment sections at the end of the videos. So I'm definitely gonna shout some of those folks out. Chats with decentralized in the house.
Ew, what up?
Project, if you're still working it, Decentralized has been in the crypto sphere for years now. We met him at a couple of conferences. We've seen him around. He's always working on a new project, or I won't say a new project, but he's always working on a crypto project. So if you're still working it, Decentralized, go ahead and throw it in the chat. What's going on, One World Family, Crypto Rasputin, Fred Brandon, Malik Howard, Doe Dilla, CAJ, Bitcoin Fashion, Sergeant Crypto, Lisa Lee. Chester Decentralized said, imagine needing Sailor's advice to buy Bitcoin, LOL. It's, you know what? See,
it's different for corporations. It's different for corporations.
Bitcoin for some years now, so he understands the joke. It's like, wait, you guys are coming out in 2020, 2021, giving us advice now and being the experts.
Hey, we back in 2017. I told you, everybody's an expert now.
XRP dinar, Bitcoin is too slow, low energy efficient, and not scalable. Ooh, here's the thing.
They won't go away.
Even if everything you said is true, you have to remember those are all technical issues, which means they could be worked out and fixed. It'd be something different if it was like the transactions just don't work, period. Like we have a broken product. That's not the deal. If it is slow, if you consider it slow or low energy and efficient or whatever, again, if it's slow, that's because it's scaling right now. It's $40,000. Everybody wants it, right? It's going to take some time to work out that system. If it's low energy efficient, same thing. People are just now learning how to mine it. It's only 12 years old. Can people learn how to be energy efficient with it?
And the funny thing is, Bitcoin, like when people say it's slow, I always think of it like, oh yeah, it's like traffic, but it's in LA. So you're in LA, but it's traffic. If there's a lot of people, of course it's going to be a little bit slower, but it's a better place. Nobody gives a shit about XRP because it's in Idaho. That's why it's so fast. Everybody can go up and down the highway in Idaho as fast as they want to because nobody uses it. Nobody goes to Idaho. So yes, it may be faster, but Bitcoin wasn't built to buy cups of coffee. This is a global reserve system. So we don't need it to be in seconds. I don't mind if my $100 million takes 10 minutes instead of 10 days. That's the difference. So,
and see, that's what people forget. I love that you just pointed it out. People are thinking like, oh, it needs to be perfect. It needs to be instant right now. Like that's the thing when people unroll stuff. They're like, well, why isn't it super professional? It's like, because I can't afford an entire studio and a staff. That's why. But give me like 5 years and I got you, right? Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
I can't. I'm not Jay Leno. Same thing with Bitcoin and all these people. Like, these are everything this person mentioned are technical issues. Technical issues means that it just takes people to really look at it, figure it out, go backwards, and you can find it out. You can figure it out, right? It's not a fundamental issue wrong with it. It's a technical issue. Now, one thing I will agree with you on, but also semi-disagree, XRP Dinar said delisting XRP causes lower velocity for X rapid transactions and increases price. Most people miss that point. The more exchanges delist, the better for us. Case drop, price increases. Now, I will agree with you. A lot of people did miss that. By delisting it from everywhere, it'll make the price go up, but that's because it's not liquid anymore, right? It's like the price can be as high as it wants if it gets delisted. Unless we know you, XRP Dinar, and I can come to you to trade it out, where can I go to switch that out? And not me specifically, but those are the questions that people, your normal everyday person who are just getting into crypto are going to ask. If it's delisted, and if there's thousands of other projects that may be better, I won't say thousands, let's say there's 15 other projects that are probably better. Why would I keep going into this one when I can't? And it's not liquid and the SEC is after. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Imagine holding XRP during a huge bull run like this. Sad.
Wire Sparks, good point. Never trust the banks. XRP was one trying to work with the banks. That is also very true. Tragic. All right, some good news story. Virginia tech firm offers staff option to get paid in Bitcoin and Ether. Woo!
Oh yeah, let's
I
go.
read Bitcoin in Black America recently, huh?
Oh yeah, somebody did. Yeah, definitely. So Sequoia Holdings, a software development services provider, not to be confused with Sequoia Capital, is offering its staff the option to set aside a portion of their salary and invest it in cryptocurrency. It's based in Reston, Virginia, provides engineering and analytic solutions to the United States national security sector, including U.S. intelligence, defense, and homeland security departments. It is also notably an employee-owned firm, which suggests the optional integration of cryptocurrency into salary arrangements. So basically, they can move a portion of their salary into Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, or Ethereum, and they actually draws an analogy with 401k retirement savings plans. So basically, what they're saying is instead of moving that money into your 401k, you can move it into Bitcoin, you can move it into Ethereum, which has both been proven to be a better store of value long term. So I think with Marathon buying a bunch of money, a bunch of Bitcoin, putting on their treasury holdings, when you have Sequoia Holdings offering to pay people in Bitcoin, the industry is being built, people, right in front of your face. It's literally right here. You're seeing it, and this is not the last time this will happen. In fact, this will become more popular as more people want to be paid in Bitcoin. Russell Okung was one of the first, or the first NFL player to ask to pay me in Bitcoin, and now we have tech firms who actually work with U.S. intelligence asking to be paid in Bitcoin. So this is great to see, man.
Yeah, and the CEO, T. Richard Stroop Jr., is quoted as saying, many of our employees are enthusiastic supporters of cryptocurrency, and we're happy to help them gain exposure to this trillion-dollar asset class. Cryptocurrency has emerged as an important alternative to traditional investments like stocks and bonds. Another thing that's good about this is the conversation I'm sure you've had many times. I've seen you have it. I've had it where people are like, well, what can you do with it? Where can you spend it? Where can you use it? How can you get it? All these questions about it. And the thing we keep telling people, the same thing as I just explained, no matter if we're using marbles, milk, cash, or Bitcoin, we're humans. You have to talk to people. Like,
you gotta
it's that simple. Yeah. So I remember when we got, when you got the Bitcoin ATM put into the, was it like the gas station or the liquor store in Hollywood or whatever?
Yeah.
Literally just going in there every couple of days talking about Bitcoin and be like, yo, just get a Bitcoin ATM. Finally, the guy gets the Bitcoin ATM, was like, oh, this is pretty cool. People come in here, blah, 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 blah. Same thing with more stores, restaurants, people we've tipped, Ubers. That is how we spread the word in LA and every other place, right? The same thing here in this article. The CEO saying the same thing. Our employees is one who kept talking about. This is a company partly owned by employees. They talked about it. They wanted it. We're making it happen for them. Is that easy, people?
It's that easy.
That simple, because what people understand, there is no legwork on your part but to read and learn about the crypto industry. As far as downloading the software, that's free and easy to do. As far as using the software, free and easy to do. Point of sale systems, I mean, they are literally free and easy to do because companies, which we'll be interviewing soon, like Bitwage, companies like BitPay, some of these other companies, they want to make it easy and free to you so they can onboard you as a customer and have your customer data. That's more important than anything right now. So all this stuff about people pushing back, there's no reason to. As you can see here, a huge company, like you said, defense contractors working with the United States government and everything else. If they can do it off the pivot of a foot, drop of a dime, then everyone else can too.
Oh yeah, no more excuses. And I think that's what scares people, is they've always had a built-in excuse. Now there is none. So if you are an underachiever who does not actually want to achieve something in life, it's hard for you to accept crypto and Bitcoin because finally there's no more excuses. You'll be like, well, then why don't you use Bitcoin? It's like, well, I don't understand it. No more excuses. There's plenty of resources, plenty of places to use it.
That's right. Let's see Sergeant Crypto, thanks for the tip. Bitcoin being, quote, slow is a feature, not a bug. It's a security feature, GTFOH.
Exactly.
Yeah, and again, people, you're saying it's slow because you're expecting perfection. As Bitcoin, they said, and even to this day, try to do a transfer some money to your another account, another bank. That's an easy 2 to 3 days at a minimum. Not even transfer, try to cash a check. I cash my own, I cash checks sometimes. They're like, well, the check's going to take 24 hours to clear. Well, just give me the cash right now then. I don't want to put it in my account. Exactly. It makes no sense. They're like, well, we can give you the cash now, but if you want to deposit this check, it'll take 24 hours. Wait, why is anything taking any time?
I had a big book order and PayPal is holding it for 21 days because it was irregular. What? I can't have no more book sales now? I was on TV, baby. I'm gonna have more book sales. Like that don't make any sense. They're like, oh, irregular activity. You're like, what? Somebody
You
just
gotta
bought
send
a
them a
bunch of
link.
books.
You gotta send them a
Yeah,
link.
like
Man,
what are you
over
talking
book
about?
club mention this, bro. This ain't irregular.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You do not have free money, and Bitcoin allows that. And if you compare it to the banking system, it's far superior. But if you compare it to newer cryptos, of course, it's not going to be as fast or have certain things because it doesn't need that. And again, we can describe it till we're blue in the face. But until you realize, at the end of the day, no matter what crypto you use, what are you trading it in for?
There we
Bitcoin.
go.
So that's what we're focused on.
Crypto Rasputin was talking about Dino today, said it's a fraud until you corner the market with your oligarch friends. Of course, you already know it. It's such a shame. Like it goes on right in front of us. It's such a shame, but like, woo, hey, sharks in the water. It is what it is, people. This is business. What's up, One World family? Bruce Biggs. Let's see. Doe Dilla, Zcash. Zcash. What about him? Tesla Hall said you can't have weak hands in the crypto space. What's up, Douglas Facey, KB NYC, Ryan James, get my eye on the DeFi prize. Okay. Salahadim El Rahim, cool. This is great news. Allah approved. There we go. And just to let people know, I don't know if he still is or not. My grandfather used to be Muslim, and my mother definitely used to be Muslim, or my grandfather still is or was Muslim. So I can make these jokes. All right. This is in the family still. Rice to Rice, I love these mornings, laughing and learning. Let's see. Whistle Tone. Have you ever discussed Wozniak coin? WOZX.
No.
No, but what I will say, if it's a coin named after someone, usually it's a red flag. Yeah. Usually it's a red flag. What's going on, Lucy? Thanks for joining us. Awesome channel. Thank you. Bridget Edmonds. I'm new to this channel. How do I invest in Bitcoins? You just got to buy them. Uphold and Gemini are some good exchanges. Let's see. Raj Shu said the community being built around Bitcoin is too big. They don't care that it's slow. Exactly. And again, it's not slow when you consider wire transfers and some of the previous things we have had. Shadow, the music artist, said, where do we see Bitcoin once Elon Musk put people on Mars? Interplanetary transactions?
Literally to the moon.
That's what we're getting ready for.
Crypto is the only currency interplanetary. So another advantage.
Lisa, what are your thoughts on Bitcoin Cash as a faster payment network? For me, I just don't trust it, A, off the way it was rolled out. And then B is like Roger Ver owns a great portion of that. Not a great portion of that.
Hey, if Ripple is Idaho, Bitcoin Cash is North Dakota. Ain't nobody out there either. So of course it's faster. Nobody using that shit.
Oh my goodness. Ringmaster09 said wire money to the UK through my bank 1 hour. It took an hour. Had to sign an affidavit and prove the source of only my 1700 USD. 3 phone calls by the manager. Ridiculous. People, I'm telling you, when I first started buying Bitcoin in 2016, it wasn't even big buys. You know, it was not huge buys. They were still like, you know, big for Bitcoin, but not big for USD value. Bank pulled me in for interviews. Like I had to sit down and like I treat me like a child in the principal's office. I had to explain to them why I was spending my money on Bitcoin, what they're doing. And by the way, this is why I'm still in the United States military as an officer with a secret clearance. I'm still sitting down for a bank manager explaining to them why I'm spending my money on crypto. Crazy. It is crazy.
Wild time.
All right, last but not least, great news story. Grayscale donates $1 million to Coin Center, pledges up to $1 million more and match contributions.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Grayscale.
What's going on with Grayscale besides saying, hey, we about to take over this whole crypto thing, bro?
Hey, we taking over the world, baby. So Grayscale Investments, the world's largest digital asset manager, has pledged $1 billion to Coin Center in Washington, D.C., one of the most influential crypto advocacy groups. Move it believes will help broaden foundational knowledge of the industry. It was announced Monday in a press release, and they plan to match donations dollar for dollar up to an additional $1 million. They got the inspiration from Kraken, which raised $3 million for Coin Center in 2018. I remember we did that story, and including $2 million in direct support from Kraken. Kraken as an exchange, haven't been big of a fan, but Kraken as a company, love it. I mean, they push back against regulations. They donate to Coin Center, and it looks like Grayscale is doing the same thing. The asset manager added that in the past 2 months, Coin Center filed 2 strong comment letters that played a key part in correcting issues in proposed rulemaking by FinCEN that would have had serious negative consequences for self-hosted wallets and the overall digital currency industry. So Grayscale is putting their money where their mouth is. Coin Center has been out doing the Lord's work since 2014, I believe, in DC, trying to make sure that these politicians don't overrun crypto. So great to see. And again, if crypto people get rich enough, they can pay for lobbyists. They can pay for advocacy groups. They can pay for think tanks. They can pay for politicians. That's what people don't understand. They're like, what if the government shuts down crypto? What if the government is made up of crypto people? What happens then? Again, the price of these cryptos is just starting. Price of Bitcoin is just starting because we're not even penetrating the political sphere yet. But this is a good start. Grayscale is worth billions. I'm pretty sure they'll be worth trillions someday, and they will have the money to move their weight and throw their weight around.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I do see that as being the near future. Whereas, the crypto people gonna have the money. It's gonna be like Silicon Valley all over again. Like you said, in that order. Going to pay for lobbyists. They're going to get people like you and I who can speak very well about crypto, shake some hands, kiss some babies, take some people out to dinner, take some regulators, politicians out. Hey, this isn't so bad. How about seeing your first Bitcoin? Oh, because you got to remember, according to U.S. laws, it's not illegal to send a regular politician Bitcoin or crypto. It is illegal to send them cash. Yeah. People, you think that's not happening? So all of a sudden you got a billionaire saying, yo, I can send you some crypto, get you started on this project, show you how this works. Or you can be an advisor on the low, send you some coins. It's going to be something where politicians and regulators are getting coins. And then, like you said, all of a sudden, both sides of the aisle is like, oh, we're going to be using crypto. Like,
I don't know what you do. You're not throwing my kids in jail because a lot of these politicians' kids have crypto and Bitcoin. That's another thing, elephant in the room. They're not throwing their kids in jail. So they got to come up with laws that circumvent that, and the only people making those laws are like 80 something plus. Their kids are not even, they don't care anymore. So Janet Yellen, Steve Munchkin, and all these people, they don't care like that. But the real politicians, 40, 50, 60, whose kids are like still out and about, they're not going to pass these laws to mess them up. So shout out to Coin Center as well. They've been doing a lot of good work too.
Yep. That's the only reason why we're getting treatment centers right now. Straight up.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Alec G said the government can't even shut down robocalls. Hilarious, but true.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Can't even supply masks.
I know you can't supply masks. You talking about shutting down? What? Focus on what you can do. What is it? Dana White. Love Dana White. He was talking about how UFC 257 over the weekend, of course, big event. How they're going to catch all these illegal streamers, and he was going to shut down the streaming game and all that. And I'm not sure if people heard about what happened. They literally hacked ESPN Plus. Like they hacked the entire ESPN. Everyone on the West Coast missed the entire first fight, some of the second fight, because they literally hacked the entire server. That is what you're dealing with, people. Like the people out here in the digital space are not to be played with. So
not at all.
Same as you. I'm looking at the government. We're going to do this. We're going to stop that. We're going to do this. Like you said, no, their kids are going to be involved and they're going to make some money too. You got anything left? Bitcoins today?
That's all for me. Bitcoin and BlackAmerica.com, baby. That's it.
All right. People are asking about the book. They order it for eToro.
Yeah. So eToro, if you ordered it, I receive all of those order notifications at the end of each week. So shipping times vary. That is one of the things that's under it. Shipping times vary. So I do receive them. I just get them every Friday. Once I get it, that's when we start shipping. We haven't started shipping the new books yet, so just wait. But you are receiving the same emails as everybody else. So yeah, all good.
There we go. And Agreement Goodies was asking about the Bitcoin shirt. So in the link under the description, the Bitcoin shirts are in there, or the link for it. The clothes and gear. That's Minho Donahue, one of our crypto warriors. We don't get any money from that, but hey, we've always been looking for a place where we can get some cool Bitcoin swag. He's provided. We put a link down there. Feel free to go shop around at his store. Again, this is one of them. We had a red hoodie too. Y'all know how the hoodie game go, man. It's missing in action. But
oh yeah, we're bringing it back though.
Somewhere. All right. Other than that, that is the show for today. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you smash that like and share before you go. That is our digital currency. We get paid in through YouTube. And you all have a great day. We see you tomorrow with some more crypto news. Cheers.
Cheers.